let's be honest, making a great presentation can be a real grind. The endless formatting, the constant tweaking, starting from scratch every single time. Well, what if I told you there's a way to get all of that time back? Today, we're going to show you exactly how. So, does this sound familiar to you? You're fighting with text boxes that just won't align. You're endlessly messing with designs. Or maybe you're just recreating the same basic slide for the dozenth time. If you're nodding your head right now, you are in the right place. We're about to break down a method that takes that half-hour chore and turns it into a focused 5-minute task. And look, this isn't just a small improvement. We're talking about a complete revolution in how you work. And no, that is not a typo. That's a 6-fold increase in your efficiency. Just stop and think for a second about what you could do with all that extra time. Okay, let's dive in and see how this thing actually works. First things first, before we get to the solution, we've got to properly diagnose the problem. Why does traditional presentation software, like PowerPoint, feel so slow and just clunky? Well, it really all comes down to what I like to call presentation friction. It's the 100 tiny manual decisions and adjustments that just add up. They pull your focus away from the single most important thing, your message. All right, so the solution? It lies in this really powerful combination of tools that fundamentally separate your content, your actual ideas, from all the design and formatting. First up, we've got Marp. Now, I want you to imagine writing out your presentation points, kind of like you would in a simple text message or an email. Now imagine that simple text just instantly becoming a polished, professional slide deck. That's Marp. You just focus on the words. The second piece of the puzzle is MCP. The best way to think about it is like giving your AI assistant a library card for your computer. It can securely check out information, and, more importantly, it can create and save new files for you, right where you need them. And when you put those two together, well, that's where the magic happens. You can now just tell an AI to create a presentation on a topic, and it will write all the code and save the file directly to your computer. We're talking 0 clicks, 0 copy-pasting. So what does this actually look like in practice? You'll be surprised at how simple it is. The whole thing really just boils down to these 3 simple steps. After a quick one-time setup, pretty much all the heavy lifting happens in step 2, which is where you just define what you need. And this is where you become the director. You give the AI a magic prompt, just a simple, plain English brief. You're not coding, you're just giving instructions like, hey, create a presentation on AI for beginners, and oh yeah, save it right here. The AI does all the rest. And here's the best part. You absolutely do not need to be an engineer to master this. The person who perfected this whole workflow has a 12-year background in sales, with roots in law and literature. That proves this is a tool built for communicators, not just for coders. So let's see what this looks like when we actually put the 2 processes side by side. The difference is pretty staggering. That top timeline, that's the familiar 30-minute slog, right? You launch the app, you pick a template, you create slides one by one, and then you get completely lost in design adjustments. But the new workflow below, it eliminates nearly all of that. You just write one prompt, you wait for the AI, and then you review and tweak the content. That's it. The benefits go way beyond just speed. Because a machine is handling the design, it's perfectly consistent every single time. And here's a huge one. Your presentations are now just simple text files. That means you can edit them anywhere, you can copy-paste them, and you can even use version control to track every single change so you never lose an old draft. All right, so to really master this whole thing, let's talk about where the automation really shines and where you, the human, still need to add your special touch. The system is absolutely fantastic at generating the structure, the text, and a consistent design at lightning speed. But some things, like inserting your specific company logo or a complex chart, are still quick manual steps you'll do after the AI gives you that first draft. And once you get comfortable, you can unlock some serious power user moves. Imagine embedding your speaker notes right into the text, or creating templates for your weekly reports or new hire training to make the process almost instantaneous. At the end of the day, this whole process is about reclaiming your time and your mental energy. It lets you shift your focus away from the tedious mechanics of formatting and put it back where it truly matters, on the message you want to deliver. And that's our explainer on revolutionizing your presentation workflow. The automation handles the how, which frees you up to finally focus on the what and the why. So I guess the real question is, what are you going to do with all that time you save?